Already cut all the way around. We did really good now.
So it was definitely leaking here.
But you can tell where it was leaking around the hole and it wicked back a little bit.
Yep.
Still nothing yet.
Floor looks really good.
So
Very fortunate. But I'm thinking we're going to get a surprise when we come over here.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, because that's what the big dip is at.
Hey!
Hey! You answered to that? I resemble that.
Yeah, really. That's my life.
Moving. Okay. They put these walls on top of the linoleum, so you have to cut the linoleum, otherwise it just tears all funny, which it will do anyway. It's really not water stained at all.
no, just that joint line.
Really?
It's the same problem. This,
It's right where those meet,
Seams
where the square
meet.
is. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. I thought the wall would be just, or the floor would just be toast.
well, we'll replace all this right here.
Okay.
Probably have to cut over a little further with the linoleum. But it holds good when you don't want it to.
There's no water under there. So I have a feeling.
Water, but it's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just walking on it.
It's just where everything meets.
Right in the middle of this one right here.
Yep.
Comes down. Now.
Just weak there.
Yeah, just on this one. This
We'll
one.
put in, which is right in the middle of the walkway.
Yeah. So maybe you could put some.
We'll put wood in here.
Yep. And maybe another one in the middle of that.
Whatever we need to do.
Okay.
But it'll be wood all the way around.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Set out to do it. Life's what happens while you're making other plans.
Yeah.
Alright, let me have a 2x.
What 2x do you have?
Or not
So
2x,
they
hammer.
didn't put any adhesive or anything.
No, they pull it right over, and that way it forgives them for a lot.
Well, that'll be awesome to replace it then.
Yes. The reason they do that is they glue it down,
Yeah.
it will show every staple and everything else.
Ah.
Whereas this, otherwise, it just tends to. There's actually some staples that showed on this one.
It's got a few cuts in it.
There's a staple.
It's over there.
Probably can find it. Let's see. I was looking at it, I was like, well, there's a staple right there. It's about to come through. It's a dent in the linoleum. Anyway, it's on here somewhere. But if it had glued it down, it would show the dents.
Yeah.
It would suck up really good. And plus, they have to deal with people stepping in on one trailer. They put 13 to 14 trailers
At
a
the same
day.
time.
So,
So you'd be tracking all that glue everywhere.
yeah. So it's like, how can we do this? Oh, we just won't put any glue at all. And it won't show all that. They used to use way back in the day, a much thicker asphalt
Yeah.
type backing, say 70s and 60s. Really stuck to the floor. But once it wore out, you had a hard time taking it up. So you were kind of grateful that they went to this.
Our house in South St. Louis, close to the brewery, when we wanted to remodel it, there was probably 5 or 6 different floorings on
I
top
was
of
thinking
each other.
7.
Yeah,
7?
because,
That's what people do to this day on mobile homes, is they like, oh, just overlay it.
yeah,
So what happens is that particle board disappears,
yeah,
walking on it, shaking it,
yeah.
and then you end up having this rocking
Wavy floor,
ability.
right, yes.
Yeah, because it's sitting on top of screws and staples.
Yep,
And the joints are not falling out on anything particular. Don't have anything behind it like I would 2x. So I've had to take up 2 or 3, but I've never done 7. Had to be a shorter ceiling.
well, that was the floor we
You've
had to
seen-
remove before we put our wood slices down.
You've seen 7 though. I think that one house the people
That
bought
was we had real tall ceilings.
Over by ours.
It was an older house.
on the road. You said they cut
Oh.
the doors.
Yeah, I've seen it where it happened over there close to the other house. Well, the house needed to be jacked up. Instead, they just leveled the floor out. So you end up with short doors and short closets.
Yeah.
You're like, what in the world? Oh, okay. They made the floor level, and instead of jacking the house up where it needed to be.
Yeah, that's when you should just take a bulldozer and knock the whole thing
Then
over and
you're
start
looking
from
at the
scratch.
roof. They added stuff in the center where it had
Oh,
dropped.
brother.
Sherry can tell you the story about that house too. When
Yeah.
she set up the appointment for the dumpster people to drop a dumpster off.
Okay.
It was supposed to be there at 7 in the morning. It still wasn't there at 7 at night. I did not have any memo because I'd already started
Working.
polishing plaster and lath.
Laugh.
Well, that's great.
So I get home from work.
It was down to this high. We had to go shopping at Walmart to buy clothes because we couldn't
Couldn't open the closet doors.
get into the basement.
He was only supposed to do the master bedroom first. Well, by the time I got home, he had done the whole entire house.
He was going for it.
And I thought, sure. But, by the time they got the dumpster there, I wasn't ready to do anything else. I wanted to take a shower. And
Go have some dinner and go to bed.
I could have done without dinner.
Right. That's working. The whole section of the house. Whew. I've done it. That's a lot of dust to breathe too.
Yes.
Oh, man.
2 bedrooms, a den, a bath, a kitchen,
Living room.
and a living room. All just
I remember this one place I worked
room at
this
a time.
called 1890 Beef House, and it was on the 2nd floor. They were making the upstairs rooms into banquet rooms, and we started tearing that stuff out. And oh my God, everybody
Yes.
got sick,
Oh yeah.
flu,
Oh yeah.
symptoms, got styes in their eyes.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I didn't get a sty, but they did.
All
Which,
the
by the
dirt,
way, that's another thing. When you
bugs.
work in hospitals, everybody gets sick.
Yes.
Everybody gets some eye infections because that stuff comes out of the ceiling tile
Yep.
that from all those other people that were there,
Ugh.
and you catch it all again. So now,
Hazmat suits.
well, that might be better looking at some of them there guys that I work with, but I always tell these people with COVID-19, it's like, hey, you're all grabbing the same doorknob.
Yes.
What do you think you're doing with a mask?
Yep.
Because working in a hospital, those germs have been up there for who knows how many years, 15 years
Yep.
or something, and everybody's getting sick from it. They're getting styes.
That is the worst place to go.
Oh, yeah.
Is a hospital to go visit somebody because
Right.
you usually come out sick.
That's a hospital. That's a clean place.
Yeah.
Think about the stores you go to and you're grabbing that doorknob and
Yep.
grabbing that gas pump.
Yep.
Nobody's thinking about, oh my goodness. And if you put the gloves on, you're touching your face because you're trying to adjust your mask. You're getting whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, then nobody uses
Just think about your dollar bills, etc.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
Where is
they're
that
dirty.
been?
Yeah, and they
That could
even,
have been around them poles we mentioned, and much less, somebody probably snorting or crack with it. And so you're going to have some of that.
got
I mean,
AIDS or
it's
whatever
disgusting.
disease.
You think you're clean from all that
And I
stuff.
try to make up for that every once in a while by just washing things in the
Well,
washing
you're going to
machine.
live longer than the people who didn't live cleanly in the bubonic plague and the fleas
Yes,
from the rats
yeah.
got them sick.
Yeah,
So
people who don't take a shower or anything.